Michael Landon was tragically and strangely taken from his life. Michael Landon was born Eugene Maurice Orowitz on October 31, 1936, in Queens, New York. He grew up in a challenging environment, with his Jewish father Eli Maurice Orowitz working as a movie theater manager, and his Roman Catholic mother, Peggy O'Neill, battling severe mental health issues. This unstable home life would profoundly affect Landon, shaping his later work as an actor, director, and producer, and providing him with a deep understanding of family dynamics, a theme that would dominate much of his career. Landon's childhood was marred by feelings of isolation and trauma. His mother's mental instability led to several dramatic incidents, including an attempted suicide that Landon himself thwarted. These early experiences deeply scarred him emotionally, but they also instilled in him a determination to succeed and rise above his difficult beginnings. Landon found solace in athletics, particularly track and field. As a talented javelin thrower, he earned a scholarship to the University of Southern California. His athletic career, however, was cut short by an injury, an event that forced him to re-evaluate his future and led him down an entirely new path: acting. Michael Landon's break in Hollywood came when he was cast as Little Joe Cartwright on the television western Bonanza in 1959. At the time, Bonanza was a groundbreaking show, and Landon's portrayal of the spirited and youthful Little Joe quickly made him a fan favorite. His work on Bonanza catapulted him to fame, but it also laid the foundation for what would become one of the most illustrious careers in television history. Landon was more than just a cast member. He was also a keen observer and a fast learner, absorbing the art of directing and writing from the experienced professionals around him. Bonanza aired for 14 seasons, during which Landon transitioned from actor to writer and director. He wrote and directed numerous episodes, showcasing his growing skill in storytelling and his penchant for creating emotionally resonant narratives. His time on Bonanza not only established his name but also allowed him to hone the talents that would define his future works. In 1974, after Bonanza ended, Landon embarked on a new project that would solidify his legacy in television history: Little House on the Prairie. Based on the beloved books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, the series focused on the trials and triumphs of the Ingalls family as they navigated life in the American frontier. Landon played Charles "Pa" Ingalls, the patriarch of the family, embodying the virtues of kindness, integrity, and hard work. Little House on the Prairie became an iconic show, resonating with audiences for its wholesome portrayal of family values and its emotional depth. Landon wasn't just the star of the show, he was also the creative force behind it, writing, directing, and producing many of the episodes. His ability to craft stories that balanced historical context with universal human experiences made Little House a beloved staple of American television. The show ran for 9 seasons and continues to be cherished by generations of viewers. Landon's portrayal of Pa Ingalls became the archetype of the ideal father: strong, compassionate, and steadfast. Behind the scenes, Landon was known for his commitment to his cast and crew, fostering a close-knit, almost family-like atmosphere on set. His leadership and vision were instrumental in the show's success. In 1984, Michael Landon introduced the world to another iconic series, Highway to Heaven. In this show, Landon played Jonathan Smith, an angel sent to Earth to help troubled souls find redemption and hope. The series allowed Landon to explore themes of faith, morality, and humanity, reflecting his own spiritual beliefs and his desire to create programming that was uplifting and positive. Highway to Heaven was yet another demonstration of Landon's range as both an actor and a creator. He continued to write, direct, and produce, maintaining a hands-on approach to every aspect of the show. The series was praised for its heartfelt stories and its focus on kindness and altruism, further cementing Landon's reputation as a creator of meaningful, family-friendly television. Despite his success on screen, Michael Landon's personal life was often tumultuous. He was married 3 times and had 9 children, a large and blended family that mirrored the families he portrayed on television. Landon's marriages, particularly his divorce from his second wife, Lynn Noe, were the subject of public scrutiny. However, through all the personal challenges, Landon remained a dedicated father, maintaining close relationships with his children. Michael Landon, a beloved actor and director, became an enduring figure in American television through his iconic roles on shows such as Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. Behind his on-screen success and popularity, Landon led a personal life that included struggles with substance abuse. He admitted to being both a chain smoker and a heavy drinker, two habits that contributed to his declining health later in life. For years, his fans admired him for his strong work ethic and larger-than-life persona, unaware of the health challenges that were gradually catching up with him. Landon's battles with these addictions were known, but few expected his life to take such a sudden and tragic turn. In April 1991, Landon took what he expected to be a relaxing skiing vacation in Utah. What began as an enjoyable break from his busy career quickly turned into a nightmare when, on April 2, he was struck by an agonizing headache. This headache was no ordinary one, as it left him in severe pain and was a precursor to something far more serious. Initially, the cause of his pain was unclear, but Landon soon found himself dealing with much more than just a simple skiing injury or the result of high-altitude exertion. Just 3 days later, on April 5, Landon received the devastating news that he had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. The specific form of the cancer, exocrine adenocarcinoma, was particularly aggressive and had already begun to invade the tissues and blood vessels surrounding his pancreas. Pancreatic cancer is notorious for its grim prognosis, largely because it is often detected only in its later stages when treatment options are limited. For Landon, this reality was all too clear. Doctors informed him that the cancer was inoperable and terminal, meaning there was little they could do to remove or treat the disease surgically. His diagnosis sent shockwaves through Hollywood and among his legions of fans, as Landon had seemed so full of life and vitality just months earlier. It was a cruel and sudden blow, both for Landon and those close to him. While many people in his situation might have chosen to retreat from the public eye, Landon faced his illness head-on and bravely decided to go public with his battle. One of the most memorable moments of his fight against cancer came on May 9, 1991, when Landon made an emotional appearance on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Sitting across from Carson, Landon spoke candidly about his diagnosis and the reality of living with terminal cancer. He didn't shy away from the topic, addressing both the fear and uncertainty that accompanied his illness. Landon also took the opportunity to condemn the sensationalism of the tabloid press, which had been spreading false and hurtful rumors about his personal life. One particularly egregious claim suggested that Landon and his wife were trying to conceive another child, a story that was not only untrue but deeply insensitive given his medical condition. With remarkable composure, Landon made it clear that his focus was on fighting the disease, and he asked his loyal fans to pray for his recovery. His appearance struck a chord with viewers, many of whom were moved by his courage and vulnerability. Despite the grim diagnosis, Landon remained determined to fight for as long as he could. Only 12 days after his emotional appearance on Carson's show, Landon faced yet another life-threatening complication. This time, it was a near-fatal blood clot in his left leg, a condition that could have ended his life even before the cancer did. Miraculously, surgeons were able to remove the clot successfully, giving Landon a temporary reprieve from the relentless progression of his illness. The successful surgery gave his family and fans hope, but they knew the underlying cancer was still advancing. By June, Landon had become a symbol of resilience, appearing on the cover of Life magazine in a poignant image that captured both his physical fragility and his emotional strength. In an exclusive interview with the magazine, Landon opened up about his life, his family, and the difficult road he was walking. He spoke lovingly about his children and his desire to spend as much time with them as possible. His family remained his anchor during these challenging times, and Landon's focus on their well-being showcased the depth of his character. He cherished the moments he had with them, knowing that time was slipping away. One particularly touching moment came when Landon's daughter shared her thoughts on his battle with cancer. She revealed that her father had always been an exemplary parent, one who deeply loved and cared for his children. She expressed a heartfelt wish to one day become a doctor who could research and cure diseases, especially the kind that had stricken her father. The weight of her words, and the profound love she felt for him, moved Landon to tears. In that moment, the man who had played so many strong, heroic figures on television showed his vulnerability as a father facing the end of his life. Michael Landon's final days were a time of reflection and heartbreak for those who knew and loved him. He passed away on July 1, 1991, just months after his diagnosis, leaving behind an incredible legacy in the world of entertainment. His sudden and tragic death was a reminder of the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of cancer, a disease that had cruelly taken him at the height of his fame and talent. Landon's courage, grace, and love for his family throughout his final months remain a lasting testament to the kind of person he was both on and off the screen.